Speaking of people and lawsuits and rating and checking on things, FBI. This is interesting, and I wanted to talk about this because this is true. This is very surprising to people, and I will also want to do a documentary on this topic. This is true, though. This is something that is super interesting that I think, if done right, would be one of the most interesting hip-hop documentaries ever. So let's go over what I'm talking about. Benny the Butcher has said that rap stardom and a major label record deal hasn't protected him from being profiled by law enforcement. In an interview on The Breakfast Club, the rapper talked about being harassed by police and about his issues with the feds as well. He said, I do feel like I'm being harassed by police in Buffalo. He told co-host Charlemagne, I just found out I'm on FBI's watch list back home. They raided my studio about 2 months ago. So let me play the clip for you guys.
I still feel like you don't get as personal as you could. And I wonder, is it because of statute of limitations?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought about that too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things I speak on the surface because, man, I got another 5 years to 10 years to tell people what the fuck is really going on. And I can't wait. I can't wait to come back up here and talk about what the fuck is really going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? I don't break the law or no shit like that. That would be dumb. Mm-hmm. But, you know what I mean? It's a lot going on, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot going on.
Because I remember hearing Jeezy say that one time. Like, I forgot what album it was, but whatever the project was, the statute of limitations was up, and he felt like he could express himself even more.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But I do want to say, I do feel like I'm being harassed. You know what I'm saying?
By police?
Yeah.
In Buffalo?
In Buffalo, hell yeah.
Yeah, you say that on
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I just found out I'm on the FBI watch list back home. They raided my studio about 2 months ago. Like, you know what I mean? I haven't even been home in 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
I don't be knowing what the fuck is going on. They hear my name.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas is running their mouth talking. I'm the biggest shit that ever happened to Buffalo since the Wings and Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, it's getting crazy, man. It's getting crazy. And I really I almost want to just like to have a lawyer send an email to these niggas, man. And just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Is my client doing that got y'all dick hard like that y'all want to keep messing with him, keep bringing his name up? Because if y'all got TV, y'all got Instagram, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure when I see who watching my stories, you know, the pages with no profile.
No profile.
I know that's Agent Dan somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fool, so I don't post nothing like that. I don't do nothing like that. It's just, I've been hearing that since 2014 though, before anybody heard anything from me. You know what I'm saying? When we was knee deep in this shit, phone ringing every day, whole crew. So I kind of understand a little bit, but I got to be dumb to be doing that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
This isn't anything new that Benny the Butcher said. Hip Hop Police, there's actually a task force specifically in New York, I don't know in any other areas, that they literally named it Hip Hop Police. And these police officers go strictly after hip hop artists. And there should be no surprise to that because all these RICO charges. You know how many artists have gone down for RICO charges? It's been ridiculous, especially these past 4 to 5 years. It's been an insane amount. I can't even go through all of them. But they're all going down for RICO charges because police officers pay attention. They know that a lot of these artists used to have street ties or still do. This is why, and I'm sorry for going back to him as always, 50 Cent was really smart in how he handled things. Bang'em Smurf, I was about to say Benny the Butcher because it almost sounds like Bang'em Smurf, 50 said was just shooting shit up. This is around the time when 50 started to buzz in 2002. It started blowing up slowly. That Bang'em Smurf, 50 would go on tour or go here, go there. And then when we came back to Queens, Bang'em Smurf had shot some shit up. And 50's like, what are you doing? Why are you shooting all these things up out of nowhere? You're going to get the police to investigate us. We're going to get into trouble. And we're going to get RICO charges, whatever the case may be. Yayo was talking about wanting to sell drugs again. And 50 was like, what are you talking about? We just went legit. We just made $1 million from signing with Eminem and Dr. Dre legit with no illegal money. He's like, I'm not going back to that. Anybody that wants to go back to that can go back to that, but we're cutting ties immediately. And 50 was smart in doing that, and that transition. A lot of artists made a smooth transition. Jay-Z, smooth transition. You know, he's one of those great examples of smooth transition. But the whole story of Hip Hop Police is just so interesting to me because it's utterly ridiculous to the lengths some of these police officers and FBI agents or whatever went to try to get artists locked up. Like, once again, going back to 50, because I mainly know a lot of things that 50 went through when it comes to Hip Hop Police, because 50 was actually pretty open about it. Prodigy, RIP to Prodigy, he talked about how when he got locked up, the Hip Hop Police came to him and said, listen, we'll reduce your sentencing if you can plant a gun on 50 Cent because we can't catch him. You know, we're looking, we're trying to arrest him from something. Just plant a gun on him in the car, and we pull him over. We catch him with the gun, and we give him some time because we can't get 50. They were like, everything, he's just moving so smooth, and he's got nothing going on. And 50 didn't. Now, does 50 got ties to street stuff? Yes. But is he moving around stupid when it comes to that? No. You know, he keeps the, let's say, the wolves close, but not close enough to destroy everything he's got going on. And Prodigy was talking about how they tried to plant a gun on him. Prodigy's like, hell no, I'm not planting a gun. Why would I plant a gun, on 50? Just so he didn't, shout out to Prodigy for that because that's real. You got to reduce the sentence and been like, yo, let me plant this gun. And probably 50 would have never found out it was Prodigy. So that's just a crazy example of the lengths that police will go through to try to get something on these artists. And I think the whole hip hop police stories and all that stuff, if I can gather all interviews and documents, because there's a lot of documents as well, and make a documentary on it would be perfect. And I'm going to do that in the future. I definitely want to do that. But wild story, man. Shout out to Benny the Butcher for, being more open about that and being like, listen, man, I did previous stuff, but now I'm legit, 100% legit. And they're trying to find things to try to pin him for other things. So hopefully he's not, the people that he is cool with still, he's not tied to. And staying away from your own city, you have to. One, because unfortunately a lot of artists get murdered in their own city. And two, a lot of older people, and those older people might still have ties to the streets and still be doing street stuff. And if you get seen kicking it with them, that's where police start to think, okay, maybe, if this guy's selling all these drugs, maybe Benny the Butcher is the one funding it with his money, with his legal rap money. So I don't know. That's so many thoughts go through police's mind. And they got, they kind of got a right to think that way when it comes to, are you tied to this person because you're hanging out with this person? That's fair. But when you're trying to plant guns and all this stuff, that's illegal. That's fucked up. I'm surprised that case of Prodigy saying that never got investigated by the police. But, most, not all, but majority of police officers end up being corrupt. So, crazy story, man. Just wanted to talk about that and definitely want to look more into it down the line with a documentary.